Good morning. Glad you could join us. I want to talk a little bit about Peter today, inspired by some thoughts that I picked up from Max Lucado's book, Glory Days. So put yourself in Peter's shoes. He's a fisherman, right? And he's out there fishing all night. He's not a holy man. He's not into all that. And he didn't catch anything. I can remember doing door-to-door sales, and I've always kind of thought door-to-door sales was like fishing. Personally, I didn't like fishing. I don't like the hooks. I don't like the smell of fish. When I catch a fish, then I got to get the hook out of their mouth, and just all that patience and just wondering, am I really going to catch something? I know people love fishing, but I don't. But I found door-to-door sales kind of the same way. Like, is someone going to buy something today? Am I going to get shut out? Well, Peter got shut out that night. So he comes back, empty boat. He's exhausted. They're cleaning the nets, and then Jesus says, I'd like to use your boat as a platform. He's like, all right, that's okay with me, because the crowd on the beach was so great, they were kind of pressing in on Jesus. He needed a little buffer. So he preached from Peter's boat. Then he told Peter to take him fishing. And Pete's just like, oh, dude. Like, I don't know if he called Jesus dude, but he's just like, I'm tired. He had no interest in going back out. Oh, so now I've got to show Jesus how to fish, and this is not the right time of day to catch fish. Overnight was the time. He's tired. He'd fished all night. He was discouraged. He'd caught nothing. He's just like, I don't want to do this. What did Jesus know about catching fish? And on top of it, there's a crowd that was there, right? So they're going to see Peter go out. He's already got shut out all night, and now he's going to fail again. Do you like to fail in front of people? Personally, no, I don't. Do you like it when people gang up on you and laugh at you? I do not. Some bad experiences that when I was a kid, but I don't know anybody who'd say, I love when that happens. Love being ganged up on. Loved being laughed at. No, he didn't want that. But when Jesus said, why don't we go out? Here's what he says. At your word, I will let down the net. In other words, I'll give it a shot your way. What has not worked in your life? Is there something that you've tried a time or two or many times, and then Jesus comes along and he's kind of like, well, let's try it, and you're like, I think I understand more about this than you do, Jesus. That's bad theology. I think he understands more. So are you willing to give Jesus a second chance? He's willing to give you a second chance. So what did Peter do? There's a moment of truth for him, but basically he says, I'll try it again. I'll try it your way. What's the area of your life where you need to say to God, I'll try it again your way? Do you have something to do with finances? Something to do with sexuality? Something to do with relationships? Are you willing to let Jesus into the boat and do things his way? Well, when the fishermen did as Jesus told them, they caught so many fish that the nets began to break. That's Luke chapter 5, verse 6. They caught so many fish that they just couldn't believe it. What was the difference? That would be the Jesus factor. Jesus is able to do what we can't do. What looks impossible to you today? I mean, you totally understand why Peter is just like, Jesus, you're the carpenter turned preacher. I'm just a fisherman. But I know what I'm doing. There's no fish out there. And then there were. What's the area that just seems dead? You know, I think of Ezekiel with the dry bones, and then it's like some crazy, like hallucinogenic thing. The bones come back together. God can do what appears impossible. But sometimes we need to say, okay, I'll do it your way. Hop in the boat. Game on. God bless you. Have a great day.